Good afternoon to all our listeners. I am Tracy Marshall, President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Barbados, or ICAB, and this is once again Talking Business with ICAB. At the end of last month, Parliament held a debate on some of the newest suite of legislation, the Cybercrime 2023 Bill and the Mutual Assistance in Criminal Matters Amendment Bill 2023. There was much discussion and debate over the proposed legislation brought forward by the Minister of Industry, Innovation, Science and Technology, the Honorable Marsha Cattle, on social media platforms. This program is not going to provide a commentary on the legislation, but is going to focus on the increasing need for citizens to be more discerning and ensure they are aware of the facts before we make decisions. Discerning what is real information and what is fake, what is fact versus fiction, is becoming an increasingly difficult task. While misinformation and disinformation are not new, the term fake news came into prominence into 2016 after the elections which saw Mr. Donald J. Trump elected as President of the United States of America. In fact, in 2017, the Collins Dictionary rated the word fake news as its word of the year. As we are bombarded daily with information on our smartphones, tablets, and laptops, chosen for us by algorithms and artificial intelligence on social media platforms, it is more important that we check the sources of our information, especially information that we will use to make financial decisions and any other decisions that will impact our families and households. Sometimes it can be overwhelming, but approaching it with an ethical mindset may be helpful. And ethics underpins everything the accounting profession is about. The Chartered Professional Accountants of Canada published an article in 2022 about fake news, and in that article stated that the world is looking for ethical leadership to help us all navigate the messy and unreliable world of information. Although professional accountants are not the only answer, a CPA's expertise in providing trust in financial information can be applied to help provide trust in a broader spectrum of information. Spotting fake news can be challenging, but here are some tips to help, using some of the tools that a professional accountant may use to validate the information. 1. Check the source. Look at where the news is coming from. Is it a reputable source with a history of accurate reporting, or is it from an unknown or biased website? For example, these tips were provided by the International Federation of Library Associations and Institutions, or IFLA. The questions one would ask include, well, who is the IFLA? And is this organization qualified to provide tips on this subject? Well, our research shows that the IFLA was created in 1927, and its mandate includes the promotion of access to information, therefore, a reasonable source for tips on the subject. 2. Verify the information. Cross-reference the information with other reliable sources to see if it's being reported elsewhere. Is the story being carried on mainstream news outlets, or is it only in this one program on YouTube? If it's not, it could be a sign that it's fake. 3. Check the date. Sometimes old news is circulated as if it's current. I personally have seen photos of events in other countries being shared on social media here in Barbados, and it was being represented as if it occurred only yesterday. Make sure the information is up to date. 4. Check for supporting evidence. Legitimate news stories usually include quotes, data, or references to back up their claims. If there's no evidence provided, be skeptical. 5. Investigate the author. What is the author's background and expertise? Are they credible? Do they have a history of spreading misinformation? Actually, check some of the references used so you can determine if you can trust the author in the future. 6. Think critically. If it is too outlandish, it could be a joke. Consider whether the story seems plausible and logical. If it sounds too good or bad to be true, it might be fake. Check your biases. Fake news often preys on people's pre-existing beliefs and biases. Consider if your own beliefs could affect your judgment and try to approach the news with an open mind. These are some techniques that you can apply to become better at identifying fake news and avoiding using or sharing misinformation. I am Tracy Marshall, and this is Talking Business with ICAB.